Welcome again. Last time we talked about the definition of leadership. Today we want to look at leadership and transformation. It's because true leadership must be transformative in nature. Now, when I say transformation, and we talk about transformation a lot because that is the center of our mission, of our assignment, bringing transformation to Africa, one mind at a time. Now, what do we mean by transformation? When you hear the word transatlantic, you know it means across the Atlantic. When you hear transnational, you know we're talking about across the nation or across nations. In the same way, transform means across forms. So you look at the butterfly, there's the egg, there's the caterpillar, there's the pupa, and the butterfly. Those are four different forms. A leader is someone who is able to take a people from one form, take a company from one form, take a nation from one form, and take them to another form. Now, if that be the case, I gave an example in the last program about how the same thing politicians have been promising for 40 years is what they're promising today. That means if they have not been able to take us to another form, that means they were not leaders, or they are not leaders. They are merely office holders. Because true leadership takes from one form to another. Gandhi took his people from one form to another. Martin Luther King took his people and took a whole nation from one form to another. Our founding fathers, Julius Nyerere, Jomo Kenyatta, they took us, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Obafemi Awolowo, Kwame Nkrumah, great men. They took us from one form to another. Unfortunately, a lot of Africa is still wallowing in the form that the founding fathers took them into and has not moved beyond that form. And Kwame Nkrumah said something in 1963 at the inauguration of the Organization for African Unity. He said, the same forces that rebelled and stamped out colonialism are still in place to fight and to resist if the leadership of Africa is not able to take the people to the next form. I paraphrased it, but in essence that's what he was saying. And so it's very important. True leadership takes the people, a company, a church, an organization, takes from one form to another. Now, a lot of African leadership, a lot of people, African leadership in different organizations, church, state, whatever, cannot see beyond their present form. And that's why they cling to power. Because if your vision of tomorrow is not stronger than your comfort of today, you will remain a prisoner of today. Why would a Gaddafi cling to power to the point of death? Why would all these men, why would an Assad cling to power? It's simple. It's because they don't have a vision of another form of their lives. They don't have a vision of another form. So they've reached what they consider to be the ultimate form. And they stay there. All right? But life is in seasons. Life is in phases also. If you cannot see the next season of your life, you will become a prisoner of your present season. And the stronger your vision of tomorrow, the shorter your today will be. When I talk about transformation, the single biggest illusion where transformation is concerned is the illusion that transformation has happened. When in actual fact, what has happened is just been moving around the same form for years, just moving around the same form. All right? Many people who are supposed to be leaders cannot see beyond the egg. So they move around as eggs. You know, and they take everybody around as eggs. You know, some people don't even know there is life after the egg. And that's a dangerous place to be. So the question you now need to ask yourself and address today is, am I simply moving or am I progressing? Have I changed form since I became aware of myself? Or have I maintained the same form? You need to be very truthful with yourself. I'll wrap up by sharing an example of somebody who's lived in a slum, lived in one room, moved to 2 rooms, and then moved to 3 rooms, and they're still in the slum. You now begin to celebrate, yippee, yippee, yay, yay, I'm living in a big house. Honey, you're still in the slum. Transformation is not moving to the biggest house in the slum. Transformation is moving out of the slum. True leadership is not the person who settles you in the big house in the slum and makes you feel that your cocoon is a palace. True leadership is that one that can take you out of the slum and give you a mindset, a mentality of the palace. Even if you're in the slum and you have the mentality of the palace, the slum will not be able to hold you. Welcome to the world of true leadership.